Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you've not been here before, I'm Naomi, and today we're going to be looking at a fun Vinyasa flow. So we're going to bring in the element of balance into a lot of our poses and some of our flows, and it allows us to really have fun with our practice, to really switch things up and get that body working a little bit harder. So expect to get a bit of a sweat on. It's going to be a tricky class, but it's going to be great fun. So we're going to really enjoy moving between our poses, really enjoy changing our poses a little bit to get that really fun vinyasa element back into our class. Sometimes yoga can be taken quite seriously, but today just really let go of all of that seriousness and just have fun. See what the body can do on the mat and enjoy the movement of the body. If you do have any injuries, just make sure that you pay attention to them. If you're working with anything right now, just make sure that you listen to your body. You're always welcome to miss out poses and take child's pose instead. Just make sure that you really look after yourself. So when you're ready, beginning to lie down on your back. So coming to lying down on your back, taking the legs long across the mat, coming to Supta Tadasana. The arms are alongside the body, palms facing up. The feet turn out to the side. You exhale, close the eyes, allow the whole of the body to soften. And begin to draw your awareness in. Allow all the thoughts of the day to slide away until all that remains is just you and your mat. And for the next half hour, it's just going to be us flowing on our mat, enjoying the movement of the body. As you exhale, allow any tension in the body to begin to slide away. And just check in with the physical body. So notice how the muscles and the joints are feeling. Just check in with the physical body. Not judging, not criticizing, just observing how the physical body feels. Maybe if you've had a busy couple of days, you're feeling a little bit stiffer in that body. Maybe you're feeling super relaxed, the body's really nice and open. And know that it doesn't matter. Yoga doesn't care how you show up, it's just the showing up that counts. Allowing the whole of the body to release as you exhale. And then checking in with the breath, noticing how the breath feels. Noticing the rise and the fall of the chest, and just checking in, observing how the breath is flowing in and out of the lungs, and just settling down, drawing your awareness inwards. And when you're ready, taking the left leg so that the toes are flexed, so the toes point to the ceiling. And then we're going to draw the right knee into the chest. Take a hold just below the knee on the shin. Exhale, allow the collarbones to broaden, the shoulders to sink into the mat, the whole of the body to soften, and release yourself. Just settle into the stretch. Feeling the stretch maybe through the back of the leg, through the lower back, lengthening through the glutes. Exhale, close the eyes, breathing in for 1. And breathing out for 1. Always trying to keep that breath in and out through the nose throughout our class if you can, just to help you balance and help you focus a little more, help you relax deeper into those muscles. When you're ready, lift the shoulders, lift the chest. Take the arms alongside the body, lift the left leg, point both toes, and then keep that body hovered. So now we're beginning to fire up that core. We're beginning to get that energy, that fire building. We really use our core in our balance, so holding for 2. Holding for 1. Lifting those shoulders, keeping the shoulders and the long leg hovered. And then draw both knees into the chest. Extend the right leg along the mat. Flex the right toes. The hands hold the left shin just below the knee. Exhale, release. Allow the collarbones to broaden. Allow the shoulder blades to sink into the mat. And with every exhalation, allow the body to soften. Allow the shoulders and the hips to sink into the earth. Lifting the shoulders, lifting the chest. Arms come alongside the body, fingertips to the ends of the mat. Lift the bottom leg, so right leg lifts, lift those shoulders, engage the core. So middle back firms into the earth, belly button draws down to the spine. Lifting, building that fire, building your strength, finding your energy. Breathing. And then draw both knees into the chest. Take a hold behind the right leg. Take the sole of the left foot to the mat. Draw the right toes down towards the face. Extend the heel to the ceiling. Bringing that right leg long so the sole of the foot heads towards the sky. Just clasping lightly behind the hamstring, so behind the back of the thigh. And exhale, allow the collarbones to broaden, the shoulders to melt into the mat. And when you're ready, swapping sides, right foot to the mat, left foot to the ceiling, taking a hold behind that thigh. Draw the toes down to the face, heel sends to the sky. Find that stretch through the back of the leg. Just gently warming into the body, not working too hard yet. Just gently stretching into the whole of the back of the leg. Bending the knee, planting the foot to the mat. Then draw both knees in, hug the knees in, take a hold behind the thighs. Rock up and back a couple of times. Just warming up into the spine, finding some balance now. So beginning to settle into the practice with balance. Finding your boat pose. Lifting the shoulders open. Lifting the spine nice and long. The shins come parallel with the mat. The arms release outside of the body. Gaze just beyond the toes. Lift the shoulders nice and high. Open the chest, trying not to round. Lifting those shoulders nice and high. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 3. Take the hands to the backs of the legs. Just cross over the ankles. Take the hands to the mat. Tuck the toes. Take the feet together. Come into your forward fold. Exhale, release the crown of the head to the mat. Keep a big bend in those knees if the hamstrings still feel tight. Inhale, windmill the hands all the way to the ceiling. Lift the hands high. Lift the gaze. Exhale, sweep the hands wide. Come into your forward fold, your Uttanasana pose. Inhale, slide the hands up the shins. Halfway lift. Engage the core. Engage the back. Exhale, flowing through a sun salutation. Plant the hands, step the feet back to plank position. Exhale, lower knees, chest and chin. Inhale, snaking forward, opening the chest, rolling the shoulders away and back. Exhaling, tucking the toes, downward facing dog. And gently just walking out the legs. So bending each knee alternately. The feet are hip width apart. The hips sending up and back, and we're just gently stretching through the backs of the legs. Gazing between the hands, stepping the right foot to the front of the mat. Stack the right knee above the ankle. Open the chest, come into a lunge. Step the back foot to meet the front. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep those hands high, gaze to the hands, sun salutation on the other side. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise halfway, hands to the shins. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, plank position. Exhale, lower the knees, the chest and the chin. Elbows graze along the ribs. Inhale, open up, cobra pose. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Pushing those hips up and back. Gaze between the hands. Step the left foot through this time. Stack the knee above the ankle. Open the chest towards the front of the room. Step the back foot in. Right foot meets left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep those hands wide and to the ceiling. Exhale, folding back down, hands to the mat. This time stepping all the way back to downward facing dog. Pause for a moment, set yourself up. Feet hip width, hands just wider than shoulders, middle finger faces forward, weight evenly distributed in the hands. Lift the right leg to the ceiling. Rise up high onto the ball of the left foot as you inhale. Exhale, lower the heel. Inhale, rise up. So the right leg stays still. We're moving through the ankle and through the foot of the left leg. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. One more time. Inhale, rise high. Building that balance, building the stability in the ankle and the knee. Exhale, lower down. Bring the right foot to the mat. Find your downward facing dog for a moment. Then lift the left leg nice and high. Inhale, rise up onto the ball of the right foot. Exhale, sink down. Inhale, rise up, lifting that heel nice and high. Exhale, lower the heel to the mat. Inhale and lift. Exhale, lower. One more time, lifting high with that right heel. Exhale, sinking it down. Bringing the left foot to meet the right on the mat. Exhale, take the knees to the mat. Come and find tabletop. Find your all fours position. Take the wrists directly underneath the shoulders and the knees directly underneath the hips. Spread those fingers as wide as you can. Extend the right leg out behind you. Maybe take the top of the left foot to the mat. Taking the left arm out in front, find your Superman pose, stretching from fingertip to heel, finding strength, finding balance in the body. Building your fire, building your balance, remembering that playful element of our practice today. Don't get too caught up in finding the perfect pose, the perfect balance, the perfect stillness. There will be movement, there will be wobbles. It's okay, just embrace it. Taking the left hand to the mat, tucking the right toes onto the earth, sending the heels back. So we're pushing the hips towards the heels, straightening through the right leg. So the right leg stays straight. We're stretching out through that calf muscle. When you're ready, come forward. Bring that knee back to the chest, back to tabletop. Come to the other side, extending the left leg out behind you. Gaze down towards the mat, right hand out to the front. Palm faces the midline, fingertips forward, thumb to the ceiling. Engage the core, flex the back foot. Top of the right foot firms into the mat to help you find that stability. Engage the core and embrace the movement of the body. Just finding your balance, finding your body moving and adapting to the pose. When you're ready, bringing the right hand to the mat, taking the ball and the toes of the left foot to the earth. Send those hips back a little, push into the heel, find the stretch out through the back of the leg. Returning to center, and now it's time for the fun balance. So taking the right hand over to the left hand side, take the left arm in front and take the little fingers together. If they don't quite touch, that's okay, don't worry about it. And then from here, begin to extend the right leg back behind you. Draw the belly button back to the spine. Take the shoulders slightly forward to help you balance. Gaze stays fixed down towards the mat. Nice and long through the whole spine. The back foot is flexed so that we keep that leg nice and strong, nice and active. That helps keep it light. If you wobble, don't worry about it. Just come back if you wish. Otherwise, rest in child's pose. When you're ready, bring that knee back to center. Uncross the hands. Just circle out those wrists. Maybe circle the shoulders. Roll those shoulders for a moment. Come back to center. Take the left hand over towards the right hand side. Take the right hand over to the other side. Take the pinky fingers together if they meet. Take the shoulders over the wrists and begin to extend the left leg back this time. Flex the left toes. Find that strength through the core. One side might be different to the other. That's okay. Embrace it. See what happens. See how much you can move your body. See how much you can challenge the mind and the body in your yoga practice. Not worrying about the perfect pose, just finding a little bit of freedom, a little bit of enjoyment in our practice. One more breath if you can. If you've fallen out, that's okay. You can come back if you wish, or rest in child's pose. When you're ready, bring the knee back to the mat. Uncross the hands, sit the hips to the heels, roll the shoulders, circle the wrists. Take those hands to the mat, step back to downward facing dog. Push the hips up and back, finding your inverted V shape. Lift the right leg nice and high. Draw the shoulders over the wrists, bend the knee, draw the right foot all the way through to the front of the mat. Step the back foot in so that you can ground the whole of the back foot. Inhale, windmill the hands up, warrior one. Front knee bent, hips square to the front. Inhale, reach those hands high. Breathing in. Breathing out, softening through your pose. Finding relaxation. Building strength through the legs, lightness through the upper body. Bring the arms along the body, the palms face in, the fingertips begin to shoot back. Lift onto the ball of the front foot, sliding the crown of the head a little further forward. Come to our half warrior. Now we're finding that balance. Now you're finding that fire in the thigh, really building that strength. Whole of the back foot stays grounded. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 1. Inhale, windmill, both hands to the ceiling, straighten the front leg, heel of the foot comes to the mat. Exhale, bend the knee, plant the hands back to the mat, step back with both feet, find downward facing dog. Push those hips up and back. Then from here, when you're ready, lift the left foot to the sky. Draw the shoulders over the wrists, bend the left knee, draw the left foot to between the hands. Draw the whole of the right foot into the mat. Inhale, come up, warrior one. Square the hips to the front. Find that strength in the legs. And find your breath again. Settle in for a moment. Find your breath. Take the arms alongside the body, palms face in, fingertips spread. Lift onto the ball of the front foot, sliding the crown of the head forward. Come to your angled half warrior. Finding strength and finding balance. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 1. Inhale, reach those hands to the sky, straighten the front leg. Exhale, waterfall the hands to the mat. Step back to downward facing dog, finding those hips up and back, heels heading towards the mat. Taking the feet together at the back of the mat. And just pausing for a moment. And now we begin a slightly faster flow. Inhale, lift the left leg to the sky. Come forward to plank with one leg lifted. Draw the knee to the chest. Roll onto the inside of the right foot. Send the left leg to the right hand side. Open right hand to ceiling, gaze to thumb. Left foot contact with the mat. Exhale, bring the hand back to the mat. Knee to chest and split dog. 2 more times, a little faster. Knee to chest, shoulders over wrists. Inside of foot plants. Left foot plants to the mat. Lift the hand high. Lift all the way out of that bottom shoulder. Hand to the mat. Place knee to chest. Exhale, push back. Downward facing dog with one leg high. Last time. Inhale, bring the shoulders forward. Knee to chest. Place onto the inside of the foot. Exhale. Open up. Side plank variation. Top hand comes back to the mat and push back, split dog. And then bring both feet to the mat.
Bring the knees a little wider than the chest and onto the earth. Take the tops of the feet to the mat. Push the hips back to the heels and come into your child's pose. Releasing the forehead down to the mat. Taking the arms alongside the body. Palms face and breathe. Allow the whole of the body to have a pause. And then when you're ready, bring those hands back to the mat. In your own time, pushing up and back, downward facing dog. Take the feet together at the back of the mat. You know what's coming. Other side, lift the right leg nice and high. Inhale, come forward to plank. Draw the knee to the chest. Roll onto the inside of the left foot. The right leg comes out towards the left-hand side. The left hand lifts towards the ceiling. Side plank variation. Exhale, release the hand to the mat. Draw the knee to the chest. Inhale, open up, split dog. A little bit faster this time. Knee to chest. Shoulders square as you take the leg out. Then open the shoulders up, gaze to the top thumb. Exhale, plant the hand, knee to chest. And push back one more time, bringing that knee forward, staying strong if you can. Inside of foot to the mat. Outside of right foot to the left-hand side of the earth. Lift the hand to the sky. Exhale, bring the hand to the mat. Knee to chest and split dog. Bringing both feet to the mat. Finding downward facing dog. Options here. Stay in child's pose. Stay in downward facing dog. Or flow through a vinyasa. So if you want to flow through a vinyasa, inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, lower knees, chest and chin. Inhale, snaking forward, opening the chest. Exhale, tucking the toes, pushing the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Gaze between the hands. Lift the right leg nice and high. Step the right foot all the way through to the front of the mat. And then take the right foot a little further to the right-hand side. Ground here. Maybe you begin to lift the right arm. Try to keep space between the right thigh and the chest. So we're not grounding, we're not contacting between the thigh and the chest. Right hand reaches forward, squeeze those inner thighs, get them working. And maybe that left arm lifts as well. Breathing for 3. Finding your balance, finding your strength. Remembering that element of play, that element of fun in our practice today. Breathing for 1. Bring both hands to the mat. Drop the back knee to the earth. Push the hips back to the heels. Take a little baby hamstring stretch. And then walk it forward. Bring that foot back to the center. Ground the hands either side. Step back, split dog. Right leg all the way to the ceiling. And then bring the right foot down to the earth. Other side, lift the left leg nice and high. Draw the left knee all the way through. Plant the foot to the mat. And then take the left hand inside of the left foot. Take the left foot slightly more to the left-hand side. Ground the right hand into the earth. Lift the left hand. Squeeze the inner thighs. Engage the glutes. Maybe you find the lift with the right hand as well. The fingertips pointing forwards, strengthening through the whole of the body. Breathing for 3. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 1. Plant the hands to the mat. Drop the back heel down. Walk the hips back. Toes of the left foot begin to lift. Walk back with the hands to the front of the mat. Tuck the back toes. Lift the back knee. Come back, downward facing dog. Dropping the knees to the mat. Crossing over the ankles, just coming to seated. Beginning to wind down now. Inhale, lift those hands up high. Exhale, twist to the left. Take the right hand to the left knee, the left hand behind. Gaze over the back shoulder. Take a twist. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhaling to center. Exhaling to the other side, twisting it out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale to center, lift those hands high. Exhale, fold forward, keeping the sit bones grounded to the mat, the whole of the spine long. And breathing for 3. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 1. When you're ready, walk those hands up towards the body. Just take the feet all the way to the front of the mat and lay down. Draw the knees in towards the body, the soles of the feet to the ceiling. The hands take a hold of the outsides of the feet, coming into your happy baby pose. Keeping nice and still in the pose today. Taking a nice deep cycle of breath in. Exhale, allowing the whole of the body to soften as you exhale. Release the grip of the feet. Extend the legs along the mat. Allow the hips to fall open by the feet turning out to the sides. The shoulder blades walk closer together. The whole of the body softens. Close the eyes. Come into your Shavasana pose. And allow the whole of the body to relax. Allow a sense of relaxation to sweep over the entire body. From tips of the toes to crown of the head, every muscle begins to soften. The breath slows to a nice, steady rhythm. Not forcing, not altering, just allowing the body to breathe for you. Releasing, surrendering into your Shavasana pose. Keeping the eyes closed and just pausing for a moment. Allowing the body to soften. Finding space between the thoughts, allowing the whole of the mind and the body and the breath to surrender onto the mat. The body sinks further into the earth. The breath floats in and out, and the mind just begins to soften. Surrendering, softening, and relaxing. When you're ready, beginning to move the fingertips and the toes, just bringing life back into the body, into the muscles. Circle the wrists, circle the ankles. Inhale, take the thighs together, reach the arms up and over beyond the head. Take a full body stretch, lengthen out from tips of the toes to tips of the fingers. Exhale, pausing, rolling onto your right hand side, just settling in for a moment. Allow the blood flow to return to its natural rhythm. And then when you're ready, slowly seated, finding yourself coming up to a seated position. And just pausing for a second, bringing the hands together at the heart center. Dropping the chin to the chest. Take a full cycle of breath. Blink open the eyes, allow the light back in. And slowly lift the gaze. Namaste.
Thank you for coming and practicing with me today. I hope you've enjoyed yourself and you've had a little fun with your practice. Probably you're not quite as sweaty as I am. I'm practicing in the Sri Lankan heat, so it's getting pretty warm. But hopefully you've warmed up your body, you've energized, and you've set yourself up for the rest of the day and the rest of the week ahead. Hope you've enjoyed yourselves, and I'd love to see you again soon. Thank you.